Colleagues, hello. Welcome to the webinar summary of the meeting of the FE Sussex and Sussex Police Safeguarding Network, which took place on Thursday the 8th of June at Plumpton College. The purpose of the safeguarding group is to ensure our colleagues in colleges are kept up to date with all aspects of safeguarding. We're ably and very grateful to Sussex Police for coming along and providing their input as well. So the meeting checked the minutes of the previous meeting, which you would expect, and then we launched into a prevent update from Sergeant Kent, who updated the group on the various bullet points you can see on the screen in front of you. The increased activity in prevent in view of the attacks which had taken place at London Bridge and Manchester, and the changes in the alert level across the country from severe up to critical and then back again. The balancing act which all the prevent activity and counter-terrorism activity has alongside the freedom of speech which we enjoy in this country. And so various points were made. There was discussion between members and questions and answers were dealt with. The members were also referred to the counter-terrorism local profile information with a one-page infographic which is mentioned there in the minutes. You can also, there's a web address there for the counter-terrorism campaign site, which is listed on the screen, and I won't bother to read it out for you, but is worth a look for resources for us to assist us in college in dealing with the teaching of prevent. There's also more details and frameworks available through the minutes, so if you're just watching this on the webinar, do draw down the minutes so you can use the individual links. The second part of the meeting also was with Sussex Police. This time PC Keith Beckley was in to give us the opportunity to have a look at some of the drugs which our students may come into contact with, to become familiar with them, the smell, the look, etc. And as you can imagine, they were handed round with people looking at them and hoping that they could recall what they looked like should they come across them. So we then discussed various examples of where dealers will come down, for argument's sake, from cities such as London, spend time in the local area and then be off again, and therefore not run the risk of being caught. Moving on to more traditional ground, I'd spent some time sectioning out Ofsted reports before the meeting, collating comments on governance, putting them into a handout, and that handout was shared around the group and discussions took place about the various points which were being made. Of interest where was the use of link governors, which would come up elsewhere as well. So the distillation of comments was noted by members, and they thought the following were particularly useful. The first was the use of the internet and the alerting of managers to inappropriate use, and the second was the categories of inappropriate use which the college put on the internet, some of which then goes ahead and captures the wrong information and shuts the thing down when actually it shouldn't have to. When we reach the point of what discussing keeps you awake at night, one of them was student accessing rival colleges without being challenged. In other words, there was no enforcement of ID badges, which is a problem from the school's point of view or the college's point of view. It's a problem also from the teacher's point of view, as you need a rigorous enforcement policy across the organisation to make it work. The second bit of discussion which was going on was the maintenance of the website purely for appropriate users and avoiding it becoming hacked in any way whatsoever. So under AOB there were a few points. One was people gave examples of screen monitoring software they were using, eSafe being one. The second was that colleges are monitoring YouTube and restricting some of its content. And the third point which was noted was that gambling has started to become a growing problem amongst the young, and there was some interesting statistics there from the police. 16% of 11 to 16-year-olds reported to have gambled within the last week. That compares with 5% who smoke and 8% who've taken alcohol. So if the statistics are true, and I have no reason to doubt them, then the size of the problem is much bigger than we actually anticipate. Okay, well, that really brought the meeting to an end, and it will be deciding on the format of meetings for next year is a priority job, but I think it may well continue as it is because it works well, gets a healthy attendance, and it's the old question of why break it if you haven't fixed it. So, does that come out right? Why fix it if you haven't broken it? That's better. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully see you next time.